Okay, I am back. It's been a little while, but life got in the way. That's okay. My plan today is I'm gonna be taking my mesmer. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna be taking my mesmer back through the Great Northern Wall mission to pick up the bonus objectives that I didn't do last time because I don't know, I missed them somehow. I want to take care of that. And then I think I'm just going to spend some time exploring Ascalon. Completing some of the quests, just running around in this area and, all this whole craziness all in here. So, like I said, gonna start with the Great Northern Wall. Just gonna run through that real quick. Oh, right, I should probably get... No, don't want to do that. I need to get... yeah. Henchman, let's go with the healer. I'm a mesmer, so fighter and mage are probably good choices. And I've got, let me just make sure that I know what I'm doing. Ether Feast heals me. Empathy, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good. So, when last we met, we went through pre-searing Ascalon, which is good. Went through pre-searing Ascalon. Then the searing happened, which is when the char, these are not char, but whatever, which is when the char invade Ascalon and ruin everything. This used to all be pretty wooded areas and fields and just gorgeous. And now it's very much not. As you can see. That's all due to the char. It's been a few years, and now we have, well, at the conclusion of this mission, you... Oh, cool. Fantastic. I'll do that in a bit. The attribute points. So, can I go down here? Is that... No. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Just keep moving. At the conclusion of this mission, which we finished last time, you learn that the char are coming back. And that's obviously bad. And then the next step is to try to decide what to do about that. So that's where we are in terms of story. What I'm doing right now is just trying to complete the bonus objectives, which haven't come up yet because I have to find the guy that starts them. I don't know why. I don't know how I screwed that up before. He is attacking. Why? Alright. There we go. Yeah. That fire rain or whatever it's called. Gold. Get more gold. Ooh. A bunch of them here. Maybe I should allocate those attribute points. No, I'm lazy. I'll do it later. So there's nothing really special here. Just redoing this mission. Killing the growls. Oops. Oh, it's... Oh, I guess it is recharging. Cool. Killing the growls, and... Oh. Wait, where'd the healer go? Back there. Right. Life Siphon is probably something that I should be using. Kill the healer. Oh, not enough energy. That's why I wasn't able to cast that. Boop. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna do this now. Let's see. So it costs 5 to raise fast casting. That's probably not worth it. I've got 6 total, so I'll just do 1 in illusion and 1 in domination, which are Conjure Phantasm is illusion, so that's gonna last longer. Do a total of 20 damage. And now Empathy reduces damage by a bit more. 4. And deals 3 more damage to them every time they attack, which is great. So I've kind of been thinking about it, and I don't know how I want to spec this mesmer. I've never played a mesmer before. My main character is the dervish from Nightfall. So my main character, the one that I've definitely spent the most time with, is the dervish. And then my main Prophecies character is an elementalist. And my main factions character is an assassin. I've never really played. I've done some with Paragon, which is from Nightfall. I've done some with Warrior, which is core Prophecies. And I've done a little bit with Necromancers. I don't really have any interest in playing a Ranger, so for what that's worth. Don't really want to play a Monk either. But those are the things that I have played, and they're just not... I don't know, they're very different. Not like the Mesmer. The Mesmer feels like a totally different class. And it's one that... So Mesmers are really good when they're controlled by the computer because they can do really fast, instantaneous responses to enemies casting spells. That's where a lot of the Mesmer power actually is with interrupts. You're able to... there are a bunch of Mesmer spells that you cast them, and if the target was casting a spell, it interrupts the spell, it does a bunch of damage, it increases the cooldown for that spell, all kinds of stuff. And so it's a... it can be a little bit tricky for a human player to do that well, because, you know, reaction time and all of that. It only takes a couple of seconds to cast the spells, so you have to be really ready for it. Let me get a... There's a horror. So you have to be really ready for it. But if you put it on an NPC, then, you know, like a henchman, then they can do interrupts all day, like right when your opponents start casting something. So for PvE at least, which is, you know, what I'm doing right now, the cooperative stuff, player versus environment instead of player versus player. For the PvE stuff, putting counter spells or interrupts on... Can I go this way? Oh, maybe this is... Is this where I need to go for the bonus objectives? I don't recall. Putting interrupts on your NPCs is the smarter thing to do. And so I'm not really sure how I want to play this. I may not want to go the route of interrupts at all with the Mesmer. Because, again, just putting it on an NPC will make it so much more efficient. Or leaving that role in the party to an NPC will be way more efficient. Let's kill him. grab his gold, and then get out. Don't want to fight those guys. Way too many of them. Oh, there's a dude back there. Where's the dude? I see him on the map right there. How do I get to him? Maybe through... I don't know. I don't know. What if I... Okay, was there like a path down here that I didn't see? Maybe that way, but... I kind of doubt it. Oh, they're just healing each other. Just kill them. Fine. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, so I may just forego interrupts completely and try to go with some other build, but I'm not as familiar with the mesmer skills. I usually make one of my henchmen a mesmer, and so I have no idea what their skills are. Or if I'm putting together a hero mesmer, which is an NPC that you can change their skills and their items and attributes and all of that. If I'm using an NPC as a hero as a mesmer, I don't. It's always as a. Oh, look at this! It is always as an interrupter, so I'm not even really sure what the other mesmer skills are worth, if anything. So let's go back to this guy, because that I think is going to be the start of the... Yeah! Hello, hello! In life I was known as the champion of Sirmia. In death I am but a restless spirit. Please help me. The enchanted armor that sealed my tomb has been stolen. This is his tomb, I imagine. Find it and return it to me so that I may pass into the rift. Okay, so now we just need to find his armor, which should be scattered in little wreckage bins that I can bust open. Should be easy. I want to also look at this. Let's identify the smiting rod. Let's just salvage it. Oh, fine, I'll salvage it. Alright. So where are we? Let's see. One thing that I do know that I want to try at some point is... Okay, so there's wreckage. That's where one of the pieces of his armor is going to be. I may have another one already. Yeah, I've already got his greaves, because I picked him up the first time through this mission. I just totally failed to do anything with it. Signet, you jerk! Can we kill... Can we please kill the guy who... Okay, fine. What is this? I can steal some of his energy. Except that the signet doesn't use energy. Okay, so this warrior... hero... Okay, good. Good. Warrior hero was proven to be a little bit tricky. Don't quite have the spike damage that we would need to kill somebody who can heal at a reasonable rate. So let's salvage that. Got another iron ingot. Okay, there's more of his armor. Excellent. One thing I was starting to say a second ago. One thing that I am really interested in trying at least a little bit is illusionary weaponry, because I think that that's just cool. So I might try to do illusionary weaponry with maybe when I can change my secondary class to a warrior. Illusionary weaponry with some warrior skills might be fun. I don't know. I don't know if those actually synergize. Again, never having really played as a mesmer, I don't know what anything does really. But I think that would be cool, the illusionary weaponry. So I'm really interested in doing that at some point. I'll have to get the skill first, which may be a serious pain. I'm not sure. Cool. So this thing of wreckage is where I got the greaves last time. I'm not sure if it's going to give me the same piece again, since I already have it in my inventory. It probably will, just to screw with me. Yep. Yay. Okay, so we've got to find 2 more things of wreckage. Was that one? Nope, that's just a fire. With a char warrior, so I don't want to go up there. I can avoid it. Okay, nothing there. Lightning strikes. Okay, more gargoyles. That's cute. What may be the most effective strategy, actually, it might just be playing as a support character for my NPC allies. Just constantly hexing enemies. So this is back where the guy is, right? No, okay, so there was the wreckage that had the pauldron or whatever in it. That's the dead warrior. I'm worried. I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to find it. And I'm going to look really stupid on the internet. Can I go back here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, didn't think so. Alright, so here's the guy. Can I give him... Yeah! I can give him the pieces back. Just have to find 2 more. Is there some over here somewhere, maybe? No. Not seeing it. So where am I? Alright. Zoom in a little bit. So this, I believe, as soon as I go up here, the mission ends. So it's got to be back in here somewhere. Maybe along this path. I don't know. Whoops. I'm not doing anything. Okay. So back here. What is that and where is that? Up here? Oh, fine. And Gargoyle's dead. Singed Gargoyle Skull. I don't really care. Can I go back this way? No. I don't know, man. I can't find it. 2 more pieces. I don't know where either of them are. Wait, which one's the necromancer? Ah, that one. Coins I do want. Definites. 4 definites. Let's see. Ugh. It's so slow. Killing things takes so long. Alright. Oh, cool. So, I don't think it would be further back than this. Maybe we'll go down this path again. Oh, I walked right by that earlier. Yay me. Alright, that should complete the bonus objective. So that's kind of exciting. So, drop this off. I wish there were a way to run. That would make this a lot less tedious. What is this? Ooh, touch to deal damage. I don't want to touch. Alright, there we go. There we go. Do I need to finish? I got the experience. Do I actually need to finish the mission? Nope. I am just gonna jump back to Ascalon City then. Finish the bonus objective. So, yay us! Go team! So, while we're here, the next thing I wanted to do, as I've said, is I want to go out and explore Old Ascalon, maybe some of these other areas that are adjacent. So there's, this is all Ascalon. This charred, ashen area is all Ascalon. So maybe what we should do is clear out the path to Fort Rannoch, picking up any quests along the way, maybe taking care of some quests along the way. So where am I? Let me go ahead and sell stuff that I don't care about, like the tribal blade. I'll keep the hard apple cider because I can. Actually, so that I can work towards the drunkard title with my main character. That's actually the goal. So the quests, this one should be in Old Ascalon. This one should be Old Ascalon. That's Regent Valley. That's Regent Valley. So let's complete the 2 quests that are in Old Ascalon, and then head down to Regent Valley, which I believe, if I remember correctly, Regent Valley is the area that connects Old Ascalon to Fort Rannoch. It's in here. So that would actually be perfect. So let's see. Oops, not that. So recruits for Hollis is going to meet there. Clearing out scavengers will be down there. So let's start with the recruits, since that's going to be closer, and see where that takes us. I've really got to stop letting the necromancer devourer survive, because they keep blowing up corpses right next to me. And that's annoying. Okay, so here are the recruits, which means that we want to take them where? Up there. So, let's go. Let's just follow the path, I guess. What is that? Elemental? I can dig it. Perfect. So this, as you may recall, in pre-Searing Ascalon, this was a nice little, like, amphitheater thing, which was kind of cool. It is now not, as you can see. Uh-oh. Yeah, so these recruits, I'm really thinking that their army careers are going to be fantastic as they stand there and get pummeled by a stone elemental. They even have swords. Look at this. They've got weapons. It's not like they're unarmed. They have weapons. And they were just getting pounded by that stone elemental and just standing there, just taking it. Taking it like men and a woman, I guess. The breach. Can I go through this gate? Nope. Apparently not. Okay, so going up to the wall may not have been the best idea, because I'm going to have to drop back down to the south. Whatever. Ooh, Hunter's Ale. Awesome. So this is the reason that all that alcohol is dropping is that I'm playing in the middle of oh, did we sneak past? We did. I'm playing in the middle of the anniversary, and so they've got a lot of special stuff going on. I am not sure if I can access any of it on this character yet. That might be worth actually backing out a little bit and just taking a look at some of the events that are going on, some of the things that you can do. Just to showcase the anniversary event. Alright, so we've got statue of Balthazar there. The god of war. Nice. Okay. So, Master Ranger. Collectors will take some sort of item that drops by enemies in the area, and they will trade you a nice piece of equipment for it. So, like this might actually be worth getting, the inscribed chakram there. Holy Staff, I don't think I want that. But this, since it has a chance to, well, I don't actually have any fast casting skills. But it would be better than what I do have equipped in my offhand for energy, because this would give me 6. I might try to do that. If I see enough scorched seeds, I'll try to make that happen. Plague Devourer. That's the one that makes corpses explode. Good. Hornbow. Nice. Nice. Alright. Gotta be getting close here. Yeah. Resurrection Shrine right there, so... Plague Devourer. Plague Devourer! It's the one hexing us! Okay. I've really got to stop using empathy on those guys. They are not good targets for that. And I don't have any energy. Hey, there's a sentry gonna come help while you guys just stand there. I'm not surprised that the Char were able to do this if these are the kinds of military personnel that we're dealing with. Worthless, I say. Absolutely worthless. Gate guard Hollis. Hollis, Hollis, Hollis. Alright, I've got my recruits. I was told to expect 3 new men. What can we expect to defeat the Char if we cannot survive the journey from the city to the wall? Wait, did they die? No, they're right there. And there are 3 of them. What are you going on about, Hollis? Oh, these recruits look eager. That's something. Okay. That's something. My thanks to you for bringing them this far with breath still in their bodies. Now we'll just need to scavenge weapons for them from among our dead. Awesome. Balthazar willing, they'll serve our new soldiers better than the previous ones. When Duke Beredin and the rest of the vanguard broke through the Char lines to Piken Square, they were unable to take much in way of supplies. Supply columns have been heading out to Piken Square with regularity, but I have just received word from Quartermaster Aida. How do you pronounce 2 A's in a row? I don't know. That the latest column is at least a day overdue. The Duke must have those supplies if he was going to hold out against the Char. If you're heading to Piken Square, can I see what happened to the supply column? Absolutely. I wasn't planning to head to Piken Square, but maybe I should. Let's look at... Where's the other quest? The other quest in Old Ascalon is there. So, supplies are going to be up here. What? You know what? Let's do it. Let's go for supplies. Okay. So where's that going to send me? Okay. Is that where Piken Square is, I wonder? Okay, we got some Char. They're level 5. I'm level 5. My dudes are level 3, though. That's kind of scary. Okay, what is this? It won't let me go this way, but there's some body, some person, friendly. Warrior and Stalker. I don't know what the Stalker is. Oh, right. So one thing that's kind of useful that I've been using without actually ever explaining. Where's the... I guess it's not that big of a deal. We never drop too low. The healer does a good job. That's another thing that's... another role in the party that's good to give to an NPC is the healing, because they're just more efficient than a human would be. Particularly with a hero, so that you can give them the particular skills and particular attribute distributions that you want. An NPC healer is just so much better than a human healer is. Generally. I'm sure that there are specific cases where having a human would be better. Right. The thing I've been using is, on the mini-map here, there's that circle around me. That's the aggro range. And so, for the most part, I think it may not be true for every creature, for every monster, but for the most part, they won't attack until one of them goes within that range. So I'm going to try to kill the non-heroes, or the non-bosses, or whatever they're actually called in this game. I don't remember. Okay. Because those will go down a lot faster. Ooh, Mind Spark. That's a mesmer. Let's give him empathy, though. Oh no. I cancelled it. Ah! Perfect. Sort of. We didn't die. And that's a win in my book. Wait, where am I going? Ugh. This is gonna be terrible. Oh. Maybe not. I thought I was gonna have to go down. Probably still will. Just to spite me. I don't need a view of my target to cast annoying spells on him. He's level 8. I may be getting in over my head here. Guess we'll see. How do I get down? Is there a... I didn't see any paths over here. Huh. I don't think... Yeah, I can't go over that. That's a really impressive single sunbeam coming down. I feel like, from what I remember from playing this years ago, I feel like I need to go down on the other side and then walk through this muck. And it's shining right on that fountain. That's kind of cool. Some cool imagery there. Imagery in the fact that it's an image, not... or maybe I have to go down over there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Where did I come in? Alright. So I'm going back. Ah, look at that! Stairs. Simple enough. Ascalonian Hunter. Psst! Over here! Alright. You got a quest for me? Is that what this is all about? Whoa, did not mean to do that. I think that's really cool. I've never noticed that before. Oh, it goes away if I'm looking at the wrong angle, but that beam of light is really nifty. Oops. Okay, Piken Square is that way, apparently. Ascalonian Hunter. Yes, sir. The breach is a dangerous place. Yeah, okay, thanks. Duke Barradin has asked me to watch for people brave enough to cross the wall. That would be us. Follow me, I'll show you the safest way to Piken Square. Okay. Through the mucky muck. Wonder Boy. Yeah, so the aggro range. I can also use this command to send my henchmen somewhere. So, like, I sent them there, and now they're all gonna go over there. And that's just all there is to it. And they'll sit there. Oh, God. No, 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 don't go that way. There were a bunch of char back there. That was bad. And then later on, when I start accessing some of the Nightfall content, I will get heroes, which are, again, they're effectively henchmen, because they're NPC-controlled party members. But you can actually modify their equipment and their skills and their attributes and all of that. So that's really a nice thing. Where are we going? Are we just trying to sneak by patrols here? Probably. Yeah. Blade Warrior, Ashwalker. Ashwalker sounds worse. And it is the Necromancer. So spells tend to be color-coded, and it's the same color as the aura. The boss enemies have a little glow to them, as you may have noticed. And the color of that aura corresponds to the primary color in the skills. And so I've got two sets of skills. I've got mesmer skills, which are the purple ones, and then I've got necromancer skills, which are the green ones. And so that's how I'm deciding what class the enemies are, since it doesn't just tell me, oh, this guy's a necromancer. So like the Axe Fiend, that's gonna be a warrior. Bladestorm, also probably gonna be a warrior. The Martyr, I believe, is a monk. But it's probably not worth getting into a fight over there. Particularly with Piken Square so close by. So what's up there? Stalker. I believe that the Stalkers are rangers. But that's the way to tell. Okay, so fire callers are both going to be elementalists, and those are primarily red. Those skills, spells. The icons for them, I guess, are primarily red. And it's useful to know what class your enemies are, because they all have different... so here's Piken Square. I'm going to go into it just to get it on my map, and then I'm going to go out and try to find the... I'm going to resist the urge to start those quests. Alright, so now I want to go basically due west from where I am. So let's try to make that happen. Ashwalker, Ashwalker, Ashwalker. So those are all necromancers. It's useful to know what the classes are, because typically you want to target them in a particular order. For example, monks are almost always something that you want to take out immediately, because they heal. They'll do a lot of healing, which just slows the whole fight down, makes it harder to kill the others. And so it's typically a lot more efficient just to kill the monks right off the bat. It will also give you an indication of whether or not you're going to be able to survive the fight, because if the monks are able to out-heal you, and you're not able to kill the monk, then you're not going to be able to win the fight. I tend to focus on the casting classes, so like elementalists and elementalists, necromancers, and mesmers. Usually in that order, actually. Unless there's something really annoying that a mesmer is doing, it's usually going to be in that order. But I like to focus on those next, because those are the weakest. They have the lowest amount of maximum health, typically. They typically have the lowest... or they always have the lowest armor. Rangers are going to be next. So the ranger skills are kind of... they're kind of a lighter green than the necromancer skills are. But yeah, so elementalist, Necromancer, Mesmer would be next because they'll be the next easiest to kill, and just lowering the damage that you take by getting rid of some of your opponents, I think is always worthwhile. And then when you're down to rangers and warriors, so warrior skills are typically yellow. That is a monk like boss, which means that we really need to kill him. Because monk skills are typically a little bit blue, as you can see there. If we can kill him, then we're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Okay, got him. Good. At this early stage in the game, it's actually not that important. The ordering of what I kill and where, aside from just sort of focusing bosses down as quickly as possible. But that's just because they're all pretty weak. As you get up to the higher levels, when you start fighting level 20 enemies, picking off the casters to start with is generally a really good idea. The other reason to wait for taking out warriors last is that they have a lot of skills that just reduce the damage that they take. They can tank a lot of damage. And so wasting a lot of energy, wasting a lot of time trying to kill the warriors right at the beginning is just going to give the other enemies more time to kill you. So I find that it's generally better to focus them down, as I mentioned, monks first, and then elementalists, necromancers, and mesmers kind of all together. And then whatever you got left. Rangers and warriors would be the last two. Honeycomb. Really? What does that do? I don't know. Gives you a morale boost, which is what this is. Morale boosts. So when you kill a boss, you get a plus 2% morale boost, up to a total of 10 in a particular instance, and that just increases your max health and energy by that amount. So I've got 2% more. I found the supply guys. Hey dudes. Thank the gods. You were sent by Hollis? Thank the gods. We lost our armed escort in a pitched battle a day ago, and we've been trapped here ever since. They've just been standing here for a day. We've got to break through the Piken Square. Baradin needs these supplies. You take the lead, and we shall follow. So let's do it. Let's just get them back. Since I've already killed all of the char along the way, unless there's an ambush, which would have to be a scripted event, because I've already walked through all of these areas. We should be safe. So you get morale boosts, going back to that, you get morale boosts plus 2% per boss that you kill in an instance. It resets every time that you change locations. Let's not worry about that Mind Spark. I think I just want to... wait. Yeah, fine. And then the honeycomb is an item from the anniversary that will give you 5% morale boost. It again will cap out at 10, so it's really not worth using right now because it's early game. These guys are not that hard. Even if I die a bunch of times and oh, there's a martyr healing him. Well, this turned out to be a bad idea. Oh no. Overseer and a martyr, 2 healers. Victory token. Excellent. As you might expect, that is also from the anniversary event. Oh, my target died. Come on, come on. There it is. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. Charhide will give me leather, or fur. Leather is... Oh no, tanned hide. Okay, fine. Leather is an advanced crafting material. Obviously. Come on, guys. Okay, so I need to get back over to where that resurrection shrine is. That's not going to do it. Da. So when I was talking about targeting down particular types of classes, that's the ordering is that I was talking about is generally good in PvE. It's going to be very different in PvP. We've made it at last. We can take it from here, my friend. Speak with Quartermaster Ada in Piken Square. I'm sure he'll personally want to thank you for the help. So I'm going to finish up this quest, and then I think I'm going to quit for the night. I've done a little bit. Quartermaster Ada. Here we go. You're the one who led the missing supply column here. My men and I owe you a great debt. Good luck to you, my friend, and may whichever gods you pray to watch over you. Oh, this is awesome. I got a couple of new skills. Weaken armor. Target foe and foes adjacent to your target have cracked armor. I don't really care about that. Distortion. For 2 seconds, you have 75% chance to block attacks. Whenever you block an attack, you lose 2 energy. Alright. Yeah, so I guess where I'll pick up next time is starting up these quests and trying to move my way back to Fort Rannoch so that I can do this mission. So that's going to take me back through this whole area and complete, looks like, 4 people's quests, hopefully, along the way. So, yeah, so that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching.